winners are piling up. I'm going to name some winners that I already chose for today. Now, I didn't go back to check um, to see what you guys wanted your winnings to be today, but you can let me know one here. If you win today, what would you like to win? Okay, merch. Someone said tickets, upgrades, meet and greet upgrades, merch, perfume, PF nails. Okay. So guys, I am not giving out any tickets on Nicki Trivia. All other prizes that we've had in the past are up for grabs. So, it will be your choice, okay, if you win. Now, these are winners that I already picked, but I'm still going to pick more winners with Nicki Trivia. So don't, start your shit. Also, I have to get into some things today. You know, I have to get into some things, chill. And I have to just make sure I say that the barbs are the reason that so many people end up having to be held accountable. So many people who felt invincible. Praise God. But it's okay. So let me read out the first batch of winners. Okay, here we go. At Juan Day Minaj, JUANNDEHMINAJ. At Cousin Claude. At Ashley Mirage. At Stephen Minaj. At Majesty Barb. At Archives Nicki. At Arissa Faye. ARISSAFAE. At Miangelo. MIANGELOO. At DJ Nicki Nick. DJNIKKINICK. At Glock Barbie. At Glock Barbie. At Z as in zebra dick. T as in two titties. Y as in young boy. N as in Nancy. At Mo Candy. At Bossy Taylor Ray. Bossy Taylor with an AE at the end. At Aaron Minaj 01. Aaron Minaj 01. At Miami Poppy. Miami Poppy. At Bonita Chrissy. Bonita Chrissy. At King of the Pack. KINGOVDEPACK. At Golden Mub Skies. Oh, fuck, wait. At Golden something skies. I cut off part. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see. Oh, I got it. At Golden Loves Skies. Golden Loves Skies. LUVSKIES. At Minaj Toi 812. Minaj ATUA 812. At Nicki Minaj Gang. Nicki Minaj Gang. At Pink Friday Boy. Pink Friday Boy. At Pretty Antonisha. Pretty Antonisha. At Jalea. JALIAH. At Ovio's Finest Nadia. OVOSFINESTNADIA. At Gundo. 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 At Eternally Mirage. Eternally Mirage. At I am RQFCIO. At Fire Sign Memories. Fire Sign Memories. At Magical Vibes. Magical Vibes. At Mahogany Divine. Mahogany Divine. At Damn NN Jazz TM. So DAMNNJASTM. And that's it. Thank you. Congratulations. Rapid fire begins now. According to a tweet I just retweeted today, how much has the Pink Friday 2 tour sold so far? Okay. Your cousin, your cousin Vinny, your cousin Vinny. Y-A, cousin Vinny. That's the winner. Thank you. Next question. What song did I dance to with the fans last night on stage in San Antonio? Kels da Barbie. KELSDABARBIE. Congratulations. Next. Oh, someone else was the answer. The answer was Bitty Bitty Bum Bum. Some people said Bitty Bitty Bum Bum, which was wrong, and some people were just saying Selena, which was wrong. Next question. Don't question me. Thank you, ma'am, sirs. Um, name all of the artists currently on the Pink Friday 2 tour. Hmm, interesting. Very fucking interesting. Mm-mm-mm. How can this be an organization if you don't listen and follow instructions thoroughly, Barbs? Oh, Killer Pam almost won, but she is talking about somebody named Speakily Being. Speakily Being. I don't know who that is. Okay, the winner is, since y'all did not follow rules, when I specifically said all artists, I guess I'm not an artist anymore, child. Bia, Skilly Bang, Tyga, Nicki Minaj, and the winner is Sherry Camille. Sherry Camille. Congratulations, Sherry. Bobby Minx, don't talk about I'm being difficult. Shut your trap, because Sherry Camille got it just fine. Thank you, ma'am. And don't complain to me. And don't complain to me and don't ask questions. You will get blocked. Thank you, ma'am. Next question. Next to who are you talking about when you said both of y'all weird? Huh? Huh? Have you ever been karate chopped in your Adam's apple when you was eating? Huh? When you didn't expect it? Huh? So, anyway, okay. Watch your fucking mouths. Get you a little mirror and watch your mother fucking's mouths. Thank you. I would call it your dick chompers, but I have respect for the community. We don't speak that way in Gag City. We are ladies and gentlemen. No, not dick choppers, Black Bobby. I said dick chompers, I think. Anyway, next question. Name the person whose name has 3 words that begin with a P. Well, it looks like Cousin Claude. Cousin Claude. It looks like Cousin Claude has won that one too. Next question. Oh, hey, Leilani. Next question. For Kathy said, what was the answer? What? I forgot what was the question. What did I ask y'all? What did he say? Sorry, guys. Oh, the 3P name, Pussy Pot Pie for the win. Pussy Pot Pie. Viva La Barbies. Who are you talking about is a cheater, boo? There's only one person you could be talking about, and you better not have fell and bumped your motherfucking head today, okay? I do not want you to fall. Okay? Thank you. Hey, John Tavius. That's right, Fab Unique. I'm on it today. I'm gearing up for the people who got to get my foot up their ass by the end of this show today. See, when I'm calm, it's very different. Okay? Hi, Esther. I love you back to Nigeria. I love you very much. Thank you. Now, in Barb's, I am still picking the best look for each gag city. So please make sure everyone's look is posted under one of the, or if not all of the things that mention, not a retweet, but anything that I specifically mentioned, your gag city. Go ahead and get that cracking, okay? Because y'all know I keep my promises. It might be years later. Okay. Oh, Barbie Ty said, I love the Fendi. Thank you. My ass sit up. My ass sit up so nice in the Gucci. I didn't get a chance to see how it was going to look when I was leaving out in the Fendi. Because we had to do a really quick change. So was the ass looking as good in the Fendi, y'all? Oh, okay. That's what Chloe said. And Brian Lombardi said yes. Officials said yes. Destiny said yes. Black Bobby said yes. And Miss Zoe said, I love you, Nicki. Thank you for Birmingham. No, thank you guys for Birmingham. That's right, Tamara J. OG Bob 047. Happy you on. I've been bad. Heavy you been bad. Okay. And who's ready in California? Who is ready in California? After we had such an amazing night in Texas. Onika Tron 1 said, see you both LA nights. Good, we gonna have a time. We gonna have a time in Cali. We not only doing LA and Cali, y'all. DG or DG Ornder 709 said, see you Sunday. I can't wait. Alex said, when is the album dropping? Well, I know I will give you a date for the album in a few weeks, and then you'll know. Oh yeah, I have to put out the meet and greet pictures. I have to put out the meet and greet pictures for Cleveland, right? For the TLR thing. Thank you. Someone said you did your big one in Dallas. I loved their energy. All right, a couple more rapid fire. Thank you, Ciara Danielle, for buying my album. I'm an immigrant, and I have a self-made, black-owned startup. Thank you. What you talking about, Eddie? Talk about here she go. Where I go? What? Elias talking about pick me daddy, please. I'm not your daddy. Sit your silly. Thank you, Juicy Mirage, for copying my album. I'm an immigrant, and I'm a black-owned startup company. Thank you, Chinanu. I'm an immigrant, and I'm a black-owned startup company. Somebody said, all right, I got to get to my boyfriend's house. Bye, mother. Okay, bye, boo. Thank you, Alex Andre A18, for buying an album. Thank you, Spanky Rivera, for buying an album. Thank you, Mahogany Divine. Who won't let you use your upgrade? Thank you, Demia. Mm-mm-mm. But yes, y'all, so we do have to get into these things, because, well, sometimes there is beauty in the, in the obstacles, um, especially once you've overcome them. However, at this time, it has become so blatantly obvious and painfully obvious, actually, what has been going on. I am disappointed in anyone standing by and watching this. I am so disappointed. Because oftentimes, they are people that you really loved or really looked up to. Thank you, Gemini 0617. You said stop, they post everything. When are y'all going to realize that I do not give a flying bag of fucks? When are y'all going to realize for the second year in a row, I sold the most albums this year in female rap without having released an album? When are y'all going to realize 81 million does not include all those festivals I did where there were like 50,000 people there in all those different countries? So that 125 million doesn't include those festivals either. And when people can't take you for idiot and get your money, well, you know what? Let me come back. Kevin Barb said, "Queen are bisexual." Huh? Queen are bisexual. What? Huh? Thank you, the real DJH. Thank you, Wally West. You know, imagine. I saw someone say, oh, it might have been one of the people on TikTok. I also took a screenshot of a bunch of, not a bunch, but a few new um, people that I want to celebrate from TikTok as well. I want to invite them to the concert. And one of them was saying so eloquently how whenever you stop someone from speaking up at their job, at their workplace, you're only perpetuating these things at the real workplace when where women have so little say, where so many feel so underappreciated and undermined and passed up for every promotion, especially if you are a black woman and you can't ever say anything because you know that they always, and including other black people, they will use buzzwords. And those words are only to instill fear in hopes that you will not tell their truths. So if you think for one motherfucking second the top streamed female rapper on Spotify, the 228K, the 375K, that ain't nobody ever beaten 15 fucking years. 15. If you think I care at this point, you're not paying attention. You think I would have been saying everything I've been saying, which is only barely scratching the surface, if I gave a fuck? Huh? I don't. Only God puts fear, instills fear into me. But I saw a young black woman saying this, and I was like, wow, I never even thought about that. She said how it undermines other black women from speaking up at the workplace when they're being treated unfairly, when they're being paid lower, when they're being taken for granted, when they're being passed up for promotions, when they are the hardest working one and the less rewarded, the least rewarded. Sorry. Diranek said, "You are so blessed, Nikki, but how do you keep sane when you always have people's back when no one put us and God have your back in this industry?" Well, that's not true. There have been people that have had my back, but guess what? No one owes you anything. I wish people would get out of this mind frame of, listen, every artist, right? They're also a human being. They have a life, they have families, they have a career that they also have to think about, you know? Not everybody is at a place in their career that I'm in where they can speak freely. And number two, you don't know how many times people have stood up for me. See, the thing is, all y'all know, y'all whole reality is always based on the internet, right? That's number one. I remember when a certain award show said something very disrespectful to me, and Lil Wayne pulled out of the show as well. But you have to understand, even if Lil Wayne has never did anything else to say, ever spoke about me again, that man has already done enough. That man remembers to buy Papa Bear a Christmas gift out of all of the people in the world. However, the point is, like I said before, I don't do things based on what others would do. I do it because that's who I am. I've never been a follower in my entire life, but I will gladly and do gladly follow leaders in my life who are smarter than me in certain areas. But one thing I will never stop doing is having integrity and standing up for others. I will never stop doing that. That's not something that's performative. See, that's what another thing I think y'all are used to. Y'all are used to people who do things because they're expecting something in return, or like you said, because they get something back in return for it. You guys are not, y'all are so not used to actual good humans anymore that just do things off the strength, that just do things because they know that I don't need nobody to have my back when God has my back, sweetheart. I don't think y'all really be understanding what that really means. And the other reason, to just being honest, is because I'm fucking winning. Like, I don't know why people be saying, Nikki, you're so strong. How do you stay sane? Bitch, I'm winning. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm winning. I've won. You should be more concerned with the sanity of the people who are losing because they have to get up there and pretend like they're okay. And they're not. They're not. I am that girl. You see, motherfuckers, like we say, y'all, it look easy, don't it? Didn't it look real easy to go on a arena tour and sell out? Didn't it look so fucking easy that everybody thought they could do it? I do it, I do, you do it. You get a tour, you get a... And then motherfuckers thought they was setting me up by doing another tour. They wanted to see how this second leg would perform without any promotion, apparently. Now, the day you find a bitch that can sell out an entire US and Canada leg, then go to 15 to 20 different motherfucking countries and play for 20,000, 30,000, 40, 50, and then 2 months later be back in cities, smaller cities, less popular cities in terms of touring and with hip hop. Well, that's what I was told last night in San Antonio when I met with Jalen, who I follow him on Instagram. He wants to continue his political career. And he said, Nikki, a lot of people, because I couldn't get over how amazing the crowd was last night. Um, I think it was probably our biggest, well, it was probably our biggest crowd. I don't know, outside of maybe Philly and NYC, but it might have been. But not only was it a big crowd, but it was the love, the warmth, the joy, the understanding, the patience, the them. Like, I can't explain it. I just love them. And now, forever, when I tour, I will remember that I have to go there. Like, I'm not kidding you. Because so he mentioned to me, that mostly only the big Latin artists come there. So a big part of this tour, I'm realizing now, by some people, was in hopes that they wouldn't promote the top, I think, what, six hip hop tour of all time, that they just wouldn't promote it. And hopefully there would be a bunch of empty arenas. That's what. Could you imagine wanting that for someone? Could you imagine wanting that for a mother? Could you imagine wanting that for anybody? Like to go out your way to try to plan something like that. And thank you, B Queenie. She said they've never seen anything like you and they never will again. Amen. But yeah, so that's why I'm saying and more than saying because um well, I have this little human in my life who every day just is like I don't know. He's just like a glow, a a shining beam every day. Yesterday, he started doing officially giving mama kisses on the cheek, holding mama's face and kissing mama on the cheek. And you, let me tell you something. Do you know how many things I had to overcome once I had this child? Cause when I tell you, if somebody would have, like when people used to kiss my cheek and it would be slobber, I would turn around and punch them dead in their head. But with Papa Bear, I just gotta sit there and say, "Oh, thank you, bud." Child, that boy. Tamara J gonna say you so dramatic. I don't like sweat, spits. What is it called? Spittle or whatever kids be having when they trying to kiss you. Oh, slobber. But I said, wow, look at my son, knowing to lick his lips so that he not gonna be kissing his girlfriends later on in life with no crusty lips. You better go, boy. Good boy. That's why I be making sure and lotioning his feet really good. Me and his dad don't play because me and his dad, well, his dad has a loves my feet, so he's always, you know. But when I saw Papa Bear's feet, it was only 1 foot. When I first saw it in the ultrasound, I told you guys I cried. I kept looking at the ultrasound of just his foot, crying because it wasn't for some reason real until I saw a little foot. And because I kept on asking everybody, do they think it was a real baby growing inside of me? I don't know why I couldn't fully wrap my head around what was happening in my mind and in my body. And then I started thinking, it's a small space. Wouldn't someone feel claustrophobic in such a small, dark space? And then I started like, you know, having these panics. I think, oh, you did? At the most charming side, that's how she felt on her first pregnancy. For real? Because I always be thinking, is it just me? Like, I don't know if, um, Eternally Mirage said, Nick, that was me too. When I had my first son, it didn't hit me. I was still in shock. Oh, yeah, because I don't know. Who has a toddler? Right. Ari said, that's me right now with my sister. I don't believe she has a baby in her, even though she's about to drop. It's like I don't believe it until I see it. That's how I was. Is Chia Bobby there?
Hello?
Hey.
Oh my god. There's no way this is happening right now. Wait, let me mute.
So, Eternally Mirage?
Oh my God. Hi, Queen. I'm here.
Hi, Boo. And somebody just asked me, was he active? Was he moving a lot? Yes, he was moving a lot. Every night at a certain time of the night, right? For about 3 hours straight. And I'm not even exaggerating. He was like doing, it felt like he was doing backflips in my stomach. Now looking back, he's so, because he's so tall and we didn't, ever think he'd be tall like that. But now looking back, I realized, oh yeah, he was outgrowing mama's little torso probably because he was just doing the most, and I would be like, I would be telling Zoo, please, like, this cannot be normal. And nobody listened to me. Now they understand because now they see how tall and how strong he is. They like, oh, Zoo be like, oh, now I see. I know what he was doing in that stomach. Um, so Eternally Mirage.
I'm here.
So what were you saying about? I forgot what you said.
So when I had my son is like 2 years old. He's like my very first kid. I don't have any other kids after him. But
Mm,
when he was in my belly, it was literally like a shock to me. Like I literally couldn't believe that I'm really having a kid.
yes.
Like
How
every
old is
moment, even the kicks would like make me be like, wow, it's really a kid inside of me. I'm really a mom. Like what?
how old is he now?
He's still 2. He's about to be 3 on February
Mm,
23rd.
mm. So like, how did you gear up mentally? Because I have this story about how I had to gear up mentally, but how did you gear up mentally once you knew it was almost time for you to get ready to give birth? Like, what were you feeling?
Nick, I literally freaked the fuck out. I was in the hospital freaking out. But like when I was in the process of about to have my son in the hospital, I kid you not, my boyfriend started playing your music and I was like, okay, I could do this. I could do this. But the whole step of the way, he was actually there for me. And I think that kind of made me a little bit more calmer. If he wasn't there, I
Mm-hmm.
would have been freaking out.
Mm. Did you get an epidural?
You know, I did. I was not. I can't. I can't make
Right.
you like. I felt them contractions. After that, I was like, yeah, no,
Gosh.
this is not for me. I
Yeah.
cannot.
It was this one contraction that I felt that made me reevaluate my whole life and everything I had ever known up until that point. Okay? Like,
Yes.
I do not know how people. and that's why women. I gotta take my hat off to women. Y'all so strong and so dope, man. Like how some women do this without any medical anything. Like ugh. But it's beautiful. But that's beautiful. But so so. What were you like when you started seeing the 3D ultrasound pictures?
I was still in shock, Nikki. Like, first of all, like I literally, I couldn't even like fathom the fact that I was a mom. Like every time I would look at the pictures, it just didn't hit me. It didn't hit me until he was actually in my hands, and I was like, "Wow, I'm really a mom right now." Like it didn't hit me. The pictures that made me feel so good and made me cry, but none of that hit
Mm,
me until he was actually out.
mm. Okay, K Bob Lux, what you gotta say on this topic?
Hi, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say that it was the same for me. Like, I actually lost my first son when he was 11 months
Wow.
old. Yeah, so when I got pregnant with my second son, it was just really unreal for me. Like, I was nervous that I wouldn't be able to connect because of all the love I had for my first son. And so, yeah, it was very hard to see the ultrasound and everything and believe that it was real this time, you know?
Mm. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
My
it was
God.
difficult.
How soon after did you get pregnant with the new baby?
It's been 10 years actually, like almost 10 years on the dot. Yeah.
Okay. Well, hmm. Chia Barbie.
Hi, Nikki. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Boo. What do you have to say about this topic?
Personally, me, I don't have a child. I'm only
Mm-hmm.
22, but I do have a little brother who is 13 right now, and I used to take care of him a lot when he was younger and when I was younger. So I would
Yeah.
babysit anytime my mom would leave for church or grocery shopping, stuff like that. And yeah, it was definitely hectic, but I miss those stages because he was so tiny and small, and now he's taller than me.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's 5'6" now, and I'm 5'3", like you. Period.
uh, oh, and Papa's gonna be even taller than that. I don't know what we about to do, child.
Yeah, we
But
think he's gonna be taller than that too, because my family, like the guys, are tall. So yeah, he's definitely gonna.
yeah. Okay. Well, girls, ladies, thank you for sharing your stories with us. I'm gonna let you guys go now. God bless you and your children and your future children. And
Wait, Queen,
K,
can I say something real quick before you boot us
uh,
out?
yes.
Real quick, I just want to say thank you for giving me tickets to come see you and for the Columbia, South Carolina show, me and my friend. Thank you for picking me to win so many different prizes. I love you so so much and keep your foot on these bitches' necks because who the fuck is gonna be able to show these bitches how to do it other than you?
I don't know, Chad. You daggone right, but thank you, ma'am, and you deserve it.
Thank you.
Period.
So, Kay, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
What city are
Got
you
for
from?
waterworks going on right now. But
I know.
yeah, it's been tough. I lost my job in April, so I've just been oh child, it's been rough. But I do have an interview right at 2 o'clock. So all the barbs in here, six
Oh,
thousand of
you
y'all,
have an
please
interview?
pray for me. I do. I'm so excited.
Okay, let's say a prayer before you get off.
Thank you.
Dear God, we know that you are already in charge of this interview that Kay is about to have. So we give it over to your hands completely. We know that it's your will. We know that you know things about this job that Kay cannot see, even if she tried. So we ask that you will cause the best decision for Kay to be made in the long run, the best decision for her life, whether she feels anxious now or not. Cause her to have peace and cause her to know that your decision, when she finds out, is going to end up being a blessing, no matter which way it goes. So, God, please cover her. Cover her with your love and mercy. Cover her baby. Give her wisdom. Give her peace and understanding. And wrap her in your love. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Man, thank you so much. Like, I really needed that.
So, Kay, um, let us know how it goes, but I think that you will be fine. I don't want you to think that if you didn't get this, that it's the end of the world. Nope, because so many times you don't get something and then something bigger is waiting in store for you. So I want to send you something as well. So DM Pedro on Stationhead, DM Pedro, and I'll send you something, okay? And you guys,
Thank you.
good luck, all of you. Good luck. I'll talk to you another time.
Thank you so much, Queen. God
You're
bless you.
welcome.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
All right. And one of my barbs, when we started talking about this just now, she said, I have to go, Nikki, because this is triggering. And so I really apologize about that because I didn't think about that. Um so sometimes if those things are triggering for you, um apologies. We don't know what everyone goes through, and but that's just the thing, you know? Sometimes hearing people's stories are actually what we do need. Because I do not believe that there's a finality in any decision, even by a doctor. I do not believe in that. And you shouldn't feel alone, actually. I just saw one of the Bob said because sometimes we feel alone. Don't feel alone because so many people rush to have children for what? Do you know how much damage it does to the child when there are when their parents were not yet emotionally mature enough to have them? I would really speak on like a specific situation, but like, listen, don't feel bad or down about yourself if you don't have a family yet. Because to me, and yes, if you were trying to have a child and you haven't been able to, I can understand that probably being very, very traumatic. Um, I've never. I'm not gonna lie and say I've experienced that, but I can only. I mean, it's obvious that if a that if two people are in love and they are actually actively trying, I can only imagine how devastating that would be. However, I do believe that no decision is final, and I'm going to say it again. That's right. Maya Trendy said God's timing. And sometimes people, especially in the social media world, people want to do everything in 2 days. They want to do everything in 5 seconds just to post it. And the child is the one who has to now grow up and live with those decisions that people made by bringing them into this world when they weren't ready as adults. So, I actually think if you are waiting because you're just a responsible person, I really think that that's a really dope thing to do, actually. Every mother that I knew of that had, like, and I'm not talking, and this is not, um, bashing people because you can't, everybody's situation is different. But I remember when I was growing up, a couple of the really young girls that I knew that had kids, they didn't have patience for the child. And the child and sometimes the children get treated poorly because a a, a person who's not emotionally developed yet does not have the patience that is required for a little child. And then they're hitting the child, snapping at the child, taking their frustrations out on the child, taking their frustrations out between from the man on the child. So please do not feel in this society that you have to prove anything to anyone. Number one. And guess what? If you did have a child young and you did stick it out and you gave that child love, God bless you. More power to you. You will know by the way that child grows up and speaks about you. You will, I was thinking this yesterday. I was thinking this yesterday. I was thinking, if it's one thing I know that this little boy is going, when he get older, he's going to say, is that he had a fun childhood. There's nothing like being wanted. A child can feel that. So please, y'all make sure we're not making the same mistakes with our children. Star Like Love said, now that I found my person, I've been facing challenges with getting pregnant. Well, it might not be quote unquote a challenge. It might be God's will right now, this moment. You know what else, too? Someone had told me this. They said to me, the more you don't think about getting pregnant is the faster you'll get pregnant. Because I believe when you stress out, when you stress, your body, your body reacts to stressing. When I got pregnant with Papa Bear, I was happy and healthy. I was actually like working out again and counting my calories, child. You couldn't tell me nothing. But I was so happy. Was I trying to? Yes. Well, because we got married, so of course, yes. Um, I didn't feel like, it was a necessarily had to happen the next day. Wow, I didn't know that. There was Wait, the rarest beauty said every time women get healthy, they get pregnant. I didn't know that. Cause remember how I was looking in Miami, y'all? Y'all see how good I was looking, child? Skin on glow. Yeah. And then boom. But I also look at that as, again, God knows what we don't know. So, in other words, if I would have been unhealthy, even with like my body, like it would have made it even more difficult, you know? Um, Mel B said, "Can you help me with my car payment? 650." Okay. Hit Pedro. Got you. All right. So, y'all, first of all, we gave away a lot of prizes today. But I'm going to go. I'm going to smoke and see if the smoking on the balcony will reignite um my musical juices so that my DJ skills can arise again. And Barb's, how many of you actually need help with tuition right now? Yeah, student loans. How many of you guys currently need the student of the game help for school? Mala Barbie said all 6K of y'all. Okay. So I'm gonna see if I can like get the perfect person to run that so that it can be doing its thing without me having to, but I do still want to pick the actual barbs. I always want to make sure it's a real barb. But and y'all know the money gets sent directly to the school. So don't play yourself. So we'll have another chat on that. Maybe I'll put like a Twitter post and then you can maybe leave a comment under that one. But anyway, let me do one more smoke break, y'all. And then I shall be back. I shall be back to get into some things, a couple more things, and to give out a couple more prizes. And that's about it. All right, guys, I'll be back. So, guys, I'm gonna post a screenshot of the winners on my Twitter so that you can know who are the rest of the people that won for today's show. When I smoke, I guess it was sativa. Probably, I think. Um, I can do a quick rapid fire. That's not true, OG, bro. I don't only like sativa. It depends on if I want to, go to sleep or not. Um, who are you talking to, bitch? Let the songs play all the way. Um, let's let the songs play all the way. You already cut them short on stage or didn't play them. What? Oh, hell to the fuck no. Hell to the fuck? And now the bobs all talking about who said it. Why? Why y'all want to go and beat up somebody? Shut up and sit down. Okay. Ooh, Chrissy to you says she has a lot of songs. Unlike, um, Jacob said he has a question for the bobs. Y'all can pick a spokesperson and they can call me up and ask questions. Right. B Queenie said, yeah, we would be here for 40 days and 40 nights letting all her shit play. Word. Hmm. My favorite Pink Friday 2 song right now. Hmm. Um, at the moment. Ugh, um, I don't know. I can't. I can't think of that at the moment. I've been liking "Fuck the Club Up." I've been liking "Fuck the Club Up." I've been liking. Like, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Last time I saw you, has kind of crept up. Definitely not in my top, 5 or anything. But I will say it's crept up. Um, Thank you, King Casey. Said the rap is so soothing. Yeah, what I will say that every time I sleep on that album or think like maybe da 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 was that, and I let it and I go a couple days and then I revisit the album, I'm reminded over and over again how dope it is. We don't really do like the whole album experience anymore. Like when it first came out, like starting from we don't like to play all. Are you going already? Because we always get emotional, but it's just such. Yeah, like Red Bull be the sleaze alone. Like, Red, I, st- when I tell you every place we go to, they scream out Red Ruby. They scream out the every word to Red Ruby. And when I tell you, I promise you that was not gonna be on my album. Like, it was just a little fun thing, like a freestyle type thing. Um, oh, thank you, babe. Somebody said, Queen, this tour is a masterpiece. Thank you. Um, oh my God. Someone said, wow, wow. Miss Jennifer 87 said, are you going already? Is my favorite. I lost my dad when I was pregnant and he never met my daughter. It's different. Miss Jennifer 87, if I never gave you a prize, then you are a winner for this round today. Um, you know that that's a real thing that they've been saying for many years now. That a lot of times when one life is coming in, another life is going. I didn't know until you don't know until it hits home. You just hear these sayings and stuff, and one day it hits home, and then you realize, wow, oh, so it was right. But and not every time. We're not even gonna claim that over our lives, y'all. But um, But I do think it's a way of God always having something that is so sweet and so precious and so special that whether we wanted to cry all day, we even if we wanted to, we couldn't. You know. Um, and so yeah. No, it's not Alvis. We're talking about this is a very emotional Gag City show today. We only had like 2 minutes of something. Shit. Wow. Tamara said, "That's amazing. I gave up on life when my sister passed. The only thing that saved me was her visiting me in my dreams." Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Man, grief is so, grief is so unexplainable. Unexplainable. Um, and I think that, you know, the fact that everyone at some point will experience some sort of really horrible grief, but that it's not really talked about a lot because people just assume that they are the only ones going through it. Um, People don't want to be honest. Maybe they feel bad. Maybe they feel like, I don't want to say how lazy I feel now or how much I don't want to do anything anymore because of this situation. Because maybe it's I mean like I'm crazy because maybe it's been long. Maybe I should have gotten over it by now. I mean, how the human mind works, you know. And then when you speak, alas, you find that so many other people were just waiting for you to speak about it so that they could speak about their experience and so that they could get some sort of, real life anecdote. And also, I think that, what I realized that people do a lot is people put a time limit on themselves with everything. I think that people, whether it's subconsciously or not, tell themselves, I should have gotten over this by now. And then because of that, and it doesn't, and I'm not only talking about death, it could be anything that you feel like you should be past it by now. So then you start being mad at yourself or feeling guilt towards yourself. And then that causes even more trauma. Because the truth of the matter is, no one can put a cap on how long a human being is supposed to feel anything. And then what happens is when the more you run away and think you're going to sweep something under the rug, it's still there. It's still there because it then begins to manifest in everything you do because you are not dealing with the foundation. Right. Someone said I ran away from myself for years and now I'm forced to face me. Yeah, I always say that one of my favorite sayings, no matter where you go, there you are. No matter where you go, there you are. VI said she was in her I think that I'm so. The reason about that is that the sugarcoating and lying to yourself and not facing reality and running away from it and trying to not be sober to get through whatever it is, you're still gonna have to deal with it one day in order to be completely healthy. Do I believe in past lives? I don't. I do not. But I also haven't done, a lot of reading on it, so I don't, I don't know. But I do not believe that I lived before. I know they mean the spirit, your spirit. But I don't know. Somebody said, "Wow, that's not what I was expecting." Why? You thought I believe in past lives? Um, mm, no, I don't. But again, I would be open to learning about it because if there's one thing I love to do, I love learning about things that you know are interesting and that open the mind to other possibilities. I would love to learn about it, but no, I don't. Um, Do I believe in astral projection? Give me the exact definition, your exact definition of astral projection. Hmm. Well, well, do I believe that that is possible? Yes, I do. Um, leave, leaving the body physically, um, because that's what the spirit does anyway. Um, so I do believe that there are some people who go deep into that side of spirituality. And I think that, I definitely think that that is possible. Um, do I think that you should do that if it's not just naturally happening on its own? No. OG Bob O 04 said, y'all love bringing us up with Nicki High. And somebody said, and she feed right into it. Um, Monty Stylist said, Nikki, change the topic. Why? Why? What the fuck is y'all problem? Y'all people in this world, y'all have gotten so fucking scared of every fucking conversation. Thank God our ancestors had conversations, man. If our ancestors didn't have conversations, man, we would all be fucking cavemen. There's nothing wrong with speaking about things. What is wrong with speaking about things? You know, like without making judgment or without making people feel badly or like, so what, who cares? Do I believe in aliens? Oh, they're about to get scared again. Scary Barb's exit. Scary Barb's exit. Scary Barb's exit. Um, aliens. You know, I. Why would somebody post that gif of a fucking alien in my face like that? Um, you know what? You see, the thing is that things are called different things by many different people in the world, you know? Um, oh, Bob's Blazing said Laffy Taffy alien. Oh, that's why. Oh, yeah, I definitely believe. Well, anyway, so yeah, I do. It's a lot of motherfucking Laffy Taffy aliens running around here. They need to get vaccinated and taken back into the spaceship chair. Um, but aliens know be right. Listen, so my thing is, I believe that there have been actual stories of people saying that they have seen what they believe are aliens. I do believe that not all of those stories are made up. I'm not talking about in the middle, like in the middle of America. I'm talking about, when the military and stuff like that, when they come out and say certain things, I think, I think that somebody believes there to be aliens. I don't know if there are. I ain't never seen one, but I do believe that them people that said they worked like in the ships and stuff, they said they saw some, bitch. I don't know. Pizza. um, no, I did not say it's really aliens. I said I believe that them people who've worked at like a military base or like in NASA, I really like, when those people come out 20, 30 years later and say that they think they did see some shit, I'd be thinking that they have seen something, but I don't know what it is. Oh, Queen Lika said they be high. Okay then, bitch, because what the fuck? I gotta go and ask my pastor, is aliens in the Bible? um, so, oh, you said not high, hallucinating. Oh, okay. Listen, listen. I will say, y'all know the same way there is good, there's evil. So to think that God's kingdom is real and that the other, the evil being doesn't have something like that where evil people go to and do stuff, that that's, I mean, it's obvious, right? Like, but you want to know what I love knowing? I love knowing that no matter how much power an evil person has, God has to grant permission for anyone or anything to do anything to you. God has to grant permission for your life to be taken. You see, so that's why when your faith is in the Lord, of course, yes, of course I know lots of things about these, but ain't nothing bigger and realer than God. Okay? And that's just my personal opinion. You guys do not have to agree with that. Okay? But I will say, I wish you all the very best. I love you very much. Do I believe starships were meant to fly? Well, not saying that they have flown, but I do believe if they were built that they were meant to fly. If they made it to their, if they made it into the air, I don't know, Jack. Now that I can't tell you. Do I believe in Bigfoot? Well, in the sense that, in the sense that, mm, I mean, yes, I'm sure people at one point saw something in the woods and then saw like a huge big footprint and then I think it probably just got passed down from generations to generations, about the story. um mm, mm, mm. Uh-oh, Nari said don't play with him like that, he real, sister. Well, apologies to Bigfoot if he real, then yeah. Only he would know. Did he come up to you and tell you that? Yes, himself? Um, um, why? Okay. So guys, as I was saying, God bless you. I love you. I'm gonna check in on Twitter. I'm really excited to be back in California. We about to get it popping in LA for the concert. Oh, the rapid fire. Okay, a few rapid fire quickly. Five rapid fire quickly. First question. Name the most popular alien. At Naomi. NiyOhmy. Naomi. Congratulations, ET. Next question. Name name a character that was on TV that was kind of like a cross between an alien and Bigfoot. Okay, that's Mala Barbie at Mala Barbie with Alf. Congratulations. Um, who was the man on the Titanic? Please stop typing. Please stop typing, guys. I know somebody just didn't type white boy. You know what? I know you didn't. Okay. Yes, Nicki the atomic bomb said white boy. Boy, sit down. Silly tail self. And the answer, Leonardo DiCaprio. Winner. J Baby Minaj at J Baby Minaj. Next question. Finish the line. Finish this line. It's the one up in your prom picture. Ooh, wait. Okay. At IB King Kai. IBEKINGKEI. Salon with ya. Now they wanna creep me. I mean, gee. Congratulations. Two more questions. Finish the line. You got me wrong. Wow. After 6 typos, we have a winner. You be sitting by the bar when it's your song. Sahil. Sahil Minaj 09. Sahil Minaj 09. Congratulations. Last question. Finish the line. Um, you've already made peace with me. One day you'll have to forgive mommy. And the last winner is, oh, winner. Distantly. Thank you. Congratulations, distantly. Everyone else and all the winners, I will post a screenshot on my Twitter shortly. Like I said, God bless you. Have a blessed day. Only can try one. Don't talk about no rigged. Don't be no sore loser. Thank you, J Mel Wills 418. Okay, so y'all, let me make sure I tell you this, please. Completely hone your power today. Okay? Don't give it away to anyone. All right. Good night.